Recorded Books Inspirational presents an unabridged recording of The Spear by Louis de Wohl, narrated by Richard Ferrone. This book is copyrighted 1955 by Louis de Wohl. This recording is copyrighted 2003 by Recorded Books. Where the conflict of love and betrayal, revenge and redemption reaches for its mighty climax in the drama of the Crucifixion. This is the story of how it affected one of its least-known participants, the man who hurled his spear into Christ on the cross. And now, The Spear.
Book 1. Chapter 1. The Lady Claudia Procula was amused. Whirlwind courtships were not exactly new to her, but this young man seemed to wish to make up within a few weeks for all the time he had spent at some impossible outpost of the Empire. Otherwise, there was nothing extraordinary about him. He was fairly tall, with good bone structure, eyes the color of black cherries, and rather heavy dark eyebrows that made him seem serious even when he was laughing. He came from a good family. The Longini had been soldiers for many generations, and his father was a retired general. She had met Cassius Longinus first at a garden party in the house of Nerva Coxius, and he wouldn't leave her side even when a proconsul and 2 senators tried to get rid of him. A few days later she met him again in the house of Senator Pomponius and observed that he paid no attention at all to his host's dazzlingly beautiful daughter, although she flirted with him quite shamelessly. And now he had turned up at Marcus Balbus's dinner party. When the Lady Claudia found him sitting on a corner of her dining couch, she laughed. "You again? We seem to have a good many friends in common." Cassius beamed at her. "I'm doing my best to see to that, Domina. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have come here." "You would have been wrong there. Balbus's parties are famous." He laughed. "They say he's almost as rich as he is fat. If that's true, he must be horribly rich." She raised her eyebrows. "Careful. He's not fond of such remarks, and he's not a man to be trifled with." "The Chats are bigger." "The who?" "The Chats, Germans. None of them under 6 feet. Some nearer 7. They're good fighters. I've had to deal with them these last 4 years. I can't see Balbus standing up to them." He didn't see the warning in her eyes. "What's that about me?" asked Marcus Balbus softly. He liked to amble from one table to the other to see that his guests had everything they wanted, and like many fat people, he walked noiselessly. He was pot-bellied and almost bald, but the jutting chin spoke of energy, and the small eyes were cold and hard. "We were speaking about fighting," Cassius said. "Ah, were you? Of course, you've just come back from the German frontier, the 21st Legion, I believe. I suppose he's been bragging a little about his military exploits, has he, Lady Claudia? Well, well. I bet you he's never seen a German near enough for real danger." Cassius was too young to detect the angry undertone of jealousy. He heard only the challenge. "It would be a difficult bet to take, sir, unless you can reach my commander, the Legate Cinna. He could decide it very quickly." Balbus smiled. "Perhaps it's lucky that old Cinna has left Rome for a couple of weeks. Never mind, young man. I'm sure you did very well. And of course everyone knows Cinna flies into a rage at a breath of criticism against his legion. If I were a German, I would probably be deathly afraid of you. How many did you kill?" "Only 2, Cassius said quietly. "Really? How interesting." Balbus grinned broadly.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?